3-0. 3 goals, 3 points and 4 of an advantage for Celtic now. Going to Ibrox next weekend. 4 between the top two. 47 for Celtic, 43 for Rangers. Falkirk stay where they were, and that's joint bottom. Let's hear from the scorer of the opening goal, Samaras. Man of the match, McDonald, with Stuart.
Georgios, I guess when you consider how difficult the conditions were today, it's a very good win for Celtic.
Yeah, it was terrible, winning, raining, everything, but we played well. I think we deserve to win. Just we're looking forward now. It was a good game. We didn't look about the weather. We are professional football players and we're looking what we can do on the pitch, and I think we did well today.
Yeah, Celtic made a lot of chances throughout the first half, and were you frustrated that you hadn't put the game to bed earlier, because of course they hit the post with 15 minutes to go, and at that stage that would have been the equaliser for Falkirk?
I think in the first half we had a lot of chances to get lead and score, but we've been a little bit lucky, of course, when I had a great chance. I think the only chance I had in an whole game, but in the end I think we deserve to win the game.
And another goal for you today, that's your 12th of the season, set up by your strike partner today, and it's a good combination. The two of you link very well together.
We play. We are now 1 year together. We play well. We know each other really well. We know our movements, and you can see that in the pitch.
Scott, back on the score sheet again. I'm sure you'll be pleased with that. And it seems as if you have some sort of curse over Falkirk. That's 7 games in a row that you've scored from them. 4 for Motherwell, 3 for Celtic now.
Yeah, I guess I have got a couple of favourite teams. I didn't want to say anything before the game about it. Obviously, I knew myself and I like coming here. I've got a good record, but I just didn't think it was going to happen today, and a bit frustrated first half. You know, I missed a couple of chances. We missed quite a few in the first half, and you think to yourself, is it going to be one of those days, you know, where you can't put the ball in the back of the net and they're going to go up once and score? Thankfully enough, you know, straight away in the second half we get a chance and the big man puts it away, and we're in the lead, which is great. But obviously at 1-0 the game's never over, as we've well seen, and you know, for Koki for his first start to show that kind of composure was fantastic, and that's the kind of quality we see, you know, week in, week out in training, and I'm really happy for him now that he's getting his chance.
From your own perspective, that was your first goal in the last 8 games, but I take it you've been pleased with the way you've been playing? Yeah,
I'm not been concerned, and neither is the manager, and you know, the goals will come again. If I can keep putting in performances like that, then hopefully they will. And as we've seen today, I think, you know, the partnership between me and Sammy, now that we've had, you know, a bit of a run of games, is you know, really starting to work now, and we know each other. You know, we know where each other's going to be now, which is good. You know, sometimes we used to make the same run, but now it's getting a lot better.
Do you think the performance today shows that the players aren't concerned about the Aidan McGeady saga?
No, not at all. You know, I think we said earlier on in the week that, you know, whatever's happening behind closed doors between other people isn't a concern to the rest of us. We've got to get on with it, get on the training park and play our football as usual, and worry about what's at hand, and that's winning games and getting points on the board.
Well, it was a close run thing for man of the match today, but Scott, you've got the nod. Georgios, can you do the honours for the Clydesdale man of the match?
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. No McGeady, no Maloney, no McManus, no Hartley, no Robson, no Vennick. Point advantage for Celtic going into next weekend's Old Firm match, and whatever happens there, they will end the year as SPL leaders. Here's Gordon Strachan.
Gordon, considering the weather conditions, I imagine you must be very pleased with that performance.
Well, I think both sides did fantastically well, and as I said, the conditions before the game, I couldn't see passing like I've seen today, and the application with both teams was fantastic. Since I've been here 3.5 years, and Lenny and the coaches and the guys that have been with me 3.5 years believe that's the best we've played here in terms of making chances, and because it's usually very good here at Falkirk. So we're delighted with that performance today.
With that in mind, do you think you should have put the game to bed a little bit earlier?
I think so, but I thought that showed the problem with our game just now. We have so many chances, but we're not taking them. And hopefully that's helped a couple of lads getting goals and make them feel better about themselves. Because when we're at our best, we've usually got a couple of strikers getting quite a few goals. But we're not getting that just now. But so what we've got to do is play very well as a team. And I thought as a team today we were excellent.
And especially when you consider how many changes you had to make today. Most of them enforced through injury, and yet you had guys who stepped into the team and did tremendously well.
Yeah, I thought Koke was fantastic, and Damo D excellent. Louis, we know what he can do. Dale's back in the team. I thought they were excellent today.
And of course, this gives you a nice little 4-point cushion going into next week's game, big game against Rangers.
Yeah, and apart from the first 45 minutes against Hearts last week, performs reasonably good, apart from scoring goals. But that, as you know, it's the most important thing. So hopefully the players have got 70 goals, and that'll help them for next week.
Of the guys who are out injured, how many do you think could be in contention for next weekend?
I don't know. I think we're missing about 8 or 9 now, and but we don't know. As I said, we had a team pick yesterday, and 2 disappeared from that team, and it's credit to the lads, because I know I had too much preparation to put the side together, and the spirit was fantastic today.
Well, that's a fair comment, I think, because people wondered how the players would be affected by the Aidan McGeady saga. Do you think that sums it up, the fact that the players knuckled down very well and played as well as they have done for a while?
Yeah, as I said, I thought we played well against Hibs, but without finished anything off. But today was good. The spirit can never be in question. A good bunch of lads, and we do well as a group together. As I said today, they were smashing. They don't have to answer to anybody, especially people who have opinions who don't know exactly what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, I find it very hard for people to have an opinion. It's very strange that everybody knows what goes in our dressing room, and without actually being there.
Thanks very much for your time, Gordon, and we'll see you next week.
I take it you know who I'm talking about. Thank you.
So if you two could just keep it to yourselves in future, if you don't know what you're talking about.
Playing games without...
Because it was so many ago, is that?
Yeah, but let's not talk about me.
OK, let's get the Falkirk perspective from John Hughes.
John, on the balance of play, would you say that was a fair result today?
It happens. I'd like to say that, you know, it was the first goal that killed us. Fundamentally, it was a right poor goal for a throw-in and a hook in. You know, just a hook over his, I think it was McDonald, over his shoulder. And Samaras has got a run in between the 2 centre-halves. It's in the back of the net. So, after putting so much effort into the first half, where I think we could have went in front, I think we had one cleared off the line, and I think we had a good claim for a penalty with McCann right on the stroke of half-time. To come out in the second half and lose a goal like that and so early, it's real disappointment. Then you have to, then we went for it in the last 20 minutes. You know, we really went for it up front, and then we hit the post. Young Stewart, in there, and he's like that. He's got that in his locker. Hit the post, and it wasn't to be. Then all credit to Celtic. They really got at us and carved us open in the last 10 minutes, and they were clinical. So. But the second and third goal for me is nothing to do with it. That was the first goal that killed us, and then I think, you're better having a right go and getting beat 2 or 3-0, try to get something out of the match, and that's what we did. So I feel for the boys, I really do. I feel for them in terms of the overhead conditions and the way we wanted to play the game, and played with a right good energy, passed the ball, got at them, caused 1 or 2 problems. Could have been better. 1 or 2 players weren't at it, but it could have been better. I think you have to give us credit for that. Once again, in terms of getting a result and losing soft goals, it's been like that all season now. My philosophy is to get the ball down and pass it, but my job is to keep the team in an SPL. So we're okay going forward, and it's good to watch. And we do score goals, although we never scored today. And we have to look at it and shore it up, because we're conceding far too many goals. And when we play that expansive style of football, then I think my centre-backs, my back 4 suffer. So I maybe have to look at that.
To get a result against Celtic, do you feel that you would need more of your players to be at their best? There was maybe 1 or 2 below par today.
Yeah, and you have to be. I felt that we gave it a good go in the first half, really did. But you're probably that is it. I'm expecting better. I'm expecting a little bit more guile. For 1 or 2 players, huffed and puffed a wee bit. But in terms of sort of the team shape and passing it through the midfield, I felt we were good at that. Sometimes we could have been better. I'm just looking for players to take responsibility. No responsibility, put a strip on and, vein sticking out the neck. Real responsibility to make angles, get on the ball. Right from my defenders saying that, maybe that's the reason why we lost the first goal, from my goalkeeper passing it out. And then, a wee bit bringing Celtic on top of us. That's down to decision making. Yeah, it's his decision. You do work on playing at the back, but maybe other teams are knowing that's what we do, and they press us. I think, sometimes you suck them in and you go and play along and play off the seconds. But you need to learn from it, and I just hope that Big Bobby learns from it.
Now you've got a decision to make because, of course, you're talking about your team needing to get results. You're stuck down there near the bottom with a few other teams, but you've got your principles that you want your team to play passing football. Is it a difficult choice about whether you stick to your guns?
Yeah, oh, definitely. All our training's designed, all the boys love the training. It's all designed to get the ball out, short, sharp, quick passing, and it was evident today. This happens every time.
The stadium is now out of event.
Fantastic, ain't it? And we do that, but as I say, my job's to keep the team in the SPL. We're in the dogfight. We've got the budget only to stay in the SPL. That is a budget. And I think what we maybe have to do is look at it, maybe change the system to be harder to beat. And as I say, if that's the case, I have to do that. It'll be going against my principles, but I think sometimes you have to take a step back and say, right, OK, let's get a few results. And then if that's the case and we get a few results, then we can go back to getting the ball down and playing football. But I think I've attracted a lot of players to this club for the style of play that we play. That's why they want to come here. And I've got players in that dressing room that want to play football. The thing I'm saying after it is, I've been in the game 25 years and my boys gave me absolutely everything today, but there's one or two I'm still hiding from it. And if one hides for it, then, we can't go and play that style of play.
Thanks for your time, John. Have a good Christmas.
Cheers, thanks very much. Good Christmas, you're John.
Well, it is a happy Chris for Rangers. Boyd's goal, the winner against Hibs, keeps the challengers